Okay, so there's an article running around from the CEO of Hasbro talking about finding a spot for AI generated content and AI generated art inside communities like Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons. As the entire community is about to go insane and scream about it, I understand. Hear me out. Um, when D&D started in the 70s and became more popular in the 80s, the art all looked like this. It was all hand drawn. It was all done by some of the most amazing artists that I think have been around in the last 100 years. And I spent a lot of time in art museums. Some of these guys were phenomenal at what they do. Now, when you see a D&D book, they look like this. This is, obviously Photoshop. This is not oil on canvas someplace. And the artwork, even on the interior, is very clearly Photoshop oriented. The artwork on the interior of these is very clearly, pencil drawing level stuff. Very good pencil drawing, sometimes paintings, but, one of those in today's market would be shockingly expensive to produce. The other one would be not as expensive, which is why we use Photoshop. However, what would happen if we used an AI system? Let's pretend I'm Errol Otis or Jeff Easley for a minute, and I had an AI that was trained for me using my previous works, and I could use that AI to speed up my production rate. Can I be the artist and the user and use the tool to say, hey, look, I want a painting that's kind of like this, and it's going to come out in Photoshop anyway. And I'm going to sit down in Photoshop and I'm going to edit the crap out of it and get it to do exactly what I want. Now, could Jeff Easley or one of the artists from Curse of Strahd, the new version, sit down and instead of taking 6 months to produce the artwork for that book, could they do it in 6 or 8 weeks? And if that artist is using an AI trained by their art, is that an acceptable kind of middle ground for everyone? Because right now, I know what everybody's thinking. You're going to steal from everybody and not pay the artist. However, in the version that I've just described, you have the artist actually doing the work with an AI tool trained by them in their style. I think that would actually kind of work. And I hope Hasbro takes some kind of a model that does something like that. And I hope they don't go the other way with it. But I do hope that in the future, we all look for ways to kind of say, okay, there are new tools. Those new tools kind of will work a little bit. Those new tools have a place in the market because certainly Photoshop did. But I think the AI stuff really needs to be looked at a little more carefully. And I know where Hasbro is going to go with it probably, and I know where the community wants it to go. But I got to tell you, in today's market, if you did it like this, it ain't going to be cheap. So that book's going to be a couple $100. But if you do it like this, it's the books we can actually afford. But I think we've got to look at this AI situation as there is a new tool set available. Can we use it? Can we not? And if we are going to use it, how can we use it in a way that doesn't rip off artists? And I think if an artist got to train one with their work and then use it to speed up their process, I think that might actually work. So I hope everybody has a great day. I hope if you disagree with me, please, I'm sure somebody does, please leave comments below, click like and subscribe. And let's have this discussion, but let's have it politely. Okay, but let's find a way to use these new tools going forward. And I think there's something to it. There's got to be a way to find a middle ground here. But I hope everybody has a great day.